For 15 years after declaring prophethood, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not allow any fighting. Even though Muslims were constantly persecuted in Makkah, they remained patient. After migrating to Medina, they hoped for peace, but the Quraysh of Makkah did not stop their attacks and oppression. Muslims were harassed, their homes were looted, their animals and goods were stolen. Even in Medina, the threat followed them. Many assumed Muslims were weak, that they didn't know how to fight. But the truth was different. The Prophet preferred peace, not cowardice. Gradually, Islam grew stronger. Brave companions like Umar, Hamza, and others accepted the message. Allah gave strength to the believers. One day, a trade caravan led by Abu Sufyan, carrying wealth from the Quraysh, was passing close to Medina. The Prophet decided to intercept the caravan, not for greed, but to send a message. If you harm us, know we are not helpless. Abu Sufyan got word of the plan and rerouted his caravan safely. But he also sent a desperate warning to Makkah. Your wealth is under threat. In response, Makkah sent a massive army of 1,000 men, fully armed, to protect their honor. The Prophet had only 313 companions with him, not 600. They asked, "Who are you?" And they could get no answer. Yohem Kadahama, who are you? Hakkadahama, Hamara, hair, few weapons, fewer horses, but unwavering faith. When the Prophet asked them, "What do you wish to do?" they responded one by one with love and courage. Abu Bakr stood up. "We are ready, just give the command." Umar said, "We've waited long enough." Ali said, "My sword is restless, let me serve." Then came a companion from the Ansar, people of Medina, saying, "O Messenger, we are not like the followers of Musa who abandoned him. We are with you in every condition, in joy and in hardship. Matina, we are with you in every condition, in joy and in hardship." Even teenagers came forward. One young man insisted on joining though he was underage. When told to stay back, he challenged his older brother to a wrestling match and won. Their passion moved the Prophet to tears. The Muslims set out. No armor, no full army, just faith. The Quraysh reached the battlefield first and took control of the water wells. The Muslims arrived later, thirsty and exhausted, fasting in the heat of Ramadan. The Quraysh reached the battlefield first and exhausted, fasting in the heat of Ramadan. That night, the Prophet prayed with deep concern. He cried to Allah, saying, "If these few men are lost, who will worship you on this earth?" He kept praying until divine help came. First 1,000 angels, then more. Meanwhile, the Quraysh were overconfident. They had music, drinks, and celebrations before battle. They expected an easy victory. But the Muslims were busy praying, making trenches, and preparing with discipline. When the battle began, 3 warriors from the Quraysh challenged the Muslims. In response, the Prophet sent Halli, Hamza, and Ubaidah. 2 enemies were quickly defeated, while the third needed Ali's help to finish the fight. The full battle began. Though outnumbered, the Muslims fought with courage. Among the Quraysh was Abu Jahl. They weren't seeking fame, only justice. They charged him together and took him down. After the battle, 70 enemies were killed and 70 captured. The Prophet stood at the edge of a well where the dead Quraysh were thrown and said, "Now you have seen how true Allah's promise was." Umar asked, "Do they hear you?" The Prophet replied, "They hear me just as you do." This moment showed not only the power of faith, but also that Allah's help comes when the believers hold firm, even with little in hand, but much in heart.